कोहली आखिरी बार शायद दिखेंगे T20 इंटरनेशनल मैच इंडिया में खेलते हुए। ऑफ कोर्स वर्ल्ड कप आगे बाकी है और बीच में आईपीएल भी है, लेकिन इंडियन टीम जर्सी में T20 इंटरनेशनल मैच क्या ही आखिरी बार हो सकता है, इसके बारे में हम चर्चा करेंगे। हमारे साथ है सीनियर क्रिकेट इन्फो करस्पॉन्डेंट नागराज, वेलकम टू द शो। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, obviously this is the third T20I against Afghanistan, a big game for Rohit Sharma, and could this be possibly the last time we see Virat and Rohit playing a T20 international in India?
Yeah, considering it's a valid query and everyone, this thought would have passed in the minds of a lot of fans also, and you can expect a full house in any case. Chinnaswamy usually is a full house, but this is an added kind of a talking point for the fans to kind of clamor and get to the ground. So I suspect, yes, as you rightly pointed out, that with India not playing much, I think India play T20s against Bangladesh possibly later in the year, and then early next year, and I don't see both these guys lasting regardless of what happens to India at the T20 World Cup. These two guys will walk out on their own, even if in terms of fitness, but especially with Kohli, you will never be able to point that out against him, and his hunger for runs will remain. But I guess the selectors will eventually take that difficult step that has been difficult for them for the past few selection panels for the past few years, to whether to face these guys out now and bring in new blood, but which they have again delayed, and they've kept their faith in both these seniors. So yes, final game possibly in India, for final international T20 for these two legends in T20 cricket in the shortest format. So that is a big thing.
Absolutely, and obviously, like you said, after the T20 World Cup, you have 3 matches in Sri Lanka, which are probably squeezed into the schedule. फिर 3 बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ है, और उसके बाद जो है 5 T20 आया है जनवरी 25 में अगेंस्ट इंग्लैंड. सो approximately around 11 T20 has to be played after the T20 World Cup, but the big question really is 2 games, 2 ducks for Rohit. A lot of talk in terms of the approach, that there's going to be a change in approach, और उन्होंने पहले भी बात की थी, इस बारे में बातचीत की थी कि अप्रोच कहीं ना कहीं वो जो है अपना चेंज करना चाहते हैं. तो क्या कुछ कहा था रोहित ने, उसके बारे में पहले सुनते हैं.
After the T20 World Cup in Dubai, when we didn't qualify, and we felt that there needs to be a change in our attitude, in our approach, in how we play the game. So we had the clear message given to the boys, and they were ready to accept that challenge. If the messages are clear from the captain and the coach, and where the team is trying to head, the individuals will definitely try and do that. And for that, they need freedom, they need clarity, and which is what we are trying to do. We are trying to give them as much freedom as possible. No too many chop and change, in the squad. Trying to keep the squad balance intact. But obviously, we play a lot of cricket. There will be injuries. There will be workload management. So we have to rotate players. But it gives our bench strength that opportunity to go and play the game, and which is why we could, now try so many other guys, and so many other guys are ready to take that international stage and perform, because we want to create our bench strength. We want to make sure that India's future is in safe hands for the next 10, 20, maybe 50 years. I don't know.
Now, Nagaraj, obviously, when Rohit was given the captaincy, and obviously Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid both were brought in into this job, the whole talk was about how to basically change the approach of the Indian cricket team towards how they go forward their business in the T20Is. Somewhere ahead of the 2022 World Cup, we saw a glimpse of it where the approach changed, but somehow it was not sort of executed well during the World Cup. कैसे आप देखते हैं इस approach को आगे जाके, किस तरह से जो है भारतीय टीम का अप्रोच जो है आगे होगा? कप्तान रोहित शर्मा के लिए ये मैच कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है और आईपीएल कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है, कंसीडरिंग दैट द वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड इज गोइंग टू बी अनाउंस्ड समवेयर इन द फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ मे?
Yes, the brand of cricket that India have to play at the T20 World Cup is the major talking point, is something that we have seen already signs of in these two matches they played against Afghanistan. It is clear that they know that they will have a very strong batting lineup, at least till number 6, which will include power hitters, and they want to go aggressive right from ball one. You could see the way Rohit got out in that second T20 in Indore. Even if he went for a slog, his intent was clear that he is going to just go for the shots. Yashasvi Jaiswal has played his natural game, which is power hitting and stroke play, but very, very intelligently. It's another thing that he's of course playing like at home, playing against in a T20 World Cup will be a different sort of a challenge for Yashasvi, who's young, but at the same time he's very clear in his mindset. So that's good signs for India. As far as Rohit goes, yes, the first duck, as we spoke earlier, it was not his fault. It was just a misunderstanding in terms of the run out. You won't read too much into it. I won't read too much into it, and Rohit definitely will not. For me, one thing is interesting: that will India bat first if they win the toss, or will they chase? This is something that has been another questions that many people have wondered, because India can chase easily, but can they bat first and set up a big total? And that allows then Rohit that enough batting time to kind of play the kind of the kind of cricket that he wants to play. So it'll be interesting if India bat first or not. His record at Chinnaswamy, unfortunately, is not something to talk about. In the last 5 years, I was just checking, he has barely played 3 T20s, and his record there is 58 runs at a strike rate of 113. His last innings was last year in last IPL, where he lasted 30 minutes, which was a bizarre innings, but 10 balls, and he could manage to score just 1 run. So he's not going to be like thinking about that innings for sure.
Well, obviously, there's another gentleman who has obviously played a lot more than 30 minutes at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. That is Virat Kohli, 6 runs shy from the 12,000 runs in T20Is. But how do you see his change in approach as well? Because even he's coming into a different role. And like you said, batting first is going to be different from batting second.
Yes. So this allows us, if India bat first, this allows us to see whether they have already had a chat in the brand of cricket they want to play. Will Kohli play the way he played in Indore? Will he play that short cameo and be satisfied with that? It remains to be seen. So, but he's come, this is one of his favorite grounds. I was just checking the numbers again, and of the 8 centuries, T20 centuries in all T20s Kohli has hit, 4 come at his home ground at Chinnaswamy, where he plays for Royal Challengers Bangalore. So clearly he has really good memories. He would love to play another big knock, maybe sign off and play if we are talking about a farewell T20 international innings in India. He would like to sign off the century at what more? He wouldn't ask for anything more. But again, it's more than the century. It is what brand of cricket is Kohli going to bring to the table? And also we have to look at it. It's like, if he is going to play according to the situation, as far as I am aware of, it is for that reason only, and that one of the bigger reasons that Kohli has been retained in the T20 setup. He's been brought back because they believe that he can counter. Nobody else plays the way Kohli plays. He understands the situations and he plays according to them, and especially in the difficult situations. And that's why Rohit and Dravid and Ajit Agarkar, who's the chairman of Selectors, would have felt that we still need him. And so even if Kohli plays a 30 ball 50, we shouldn't kind of start being critical again about him, that look at his strike rate and all. He might have played it, look at the situation and then measure it.
Well, Nagaraj, very quickly before you go, we also saw Rishabh Pant, starting his practice in Bangalore yesterday. But the whole point is, do you think that India could possibly take a punt on Rishabh Pant?
That is taking experimentation to another level. Even Pant would be like, as a keeper batter, Pant walks in, but we still don't know where he is in terms of both the skills and when he starts competitive cricket full throttle. So even if he comes back in IPL and plays as a batter, as is being speculated heavily, we don't know. If he does that, will he walk in?
Player.
No, I mean...
Impact player, huh, Nagaraj?
Huh?
Impact player, as an impact
no
player.
impact player in international cricket. Yeah, no impact player in international cricket. He can go as a mascot
Okay.
for sure because he can keep the
Alright.
dressing room really chirpy and all that. They will need that kind of energy for sure. But Pant is a match winner, except whether he's match ready is the big question.
Okay, thanks Nagaraj for joining us. Thank you everyone as well. कल फिर मुलाकात होगी आप सबसे शाम को 5 बजे.